Hello, welcome back to Rani's Voices. We are in the middle of summer. It is so hot in Japan. It's like living in Sahara. Anyway, but still we enjoy our lives, don't we? Now, today what I'm going to talk about is serenity. Is it one place or practice? What's the word means to me? Because everybody asks like, okay, now you're retired, what do you do, how do you manage? But then I started thinking, where do I get the calmness of my mind? Sometimes it's very calm, sometimes it's very, very troubled. Okay, so, but most of the time I should say it is calm, though it comes out in different versions of my conversations or talk or yelling, but I'm generally calm these days because I don't have anything to worry about. So I'm in a nice place, good place. Especially to find a strength in yourself, within yourself, is not that easy in this noisy world. When you're surrounded by noise everywhere, your telephone rings and technology troubles you, and TV makes noise, people make noise, but I'm in a quiet place. Japan doesn't make that much noise. And in a residential place, it's absolutely quiet. There is no sound at all unless I make the noise. Now, some people get the serenity or achieve that by reading books or doing yoga or relying on religion, so many things. If you notice, I kept a candle. I made the candle stand, of course. Okay, I'll show you carefully without burning anything. Okay, so it's a lid of a bottle, pickle bottle, and small clips, clothes pegs I put, and I made a small candle. Because serenity, they say like you can do yoga, you can read books, but I have never tried yoga because I cannot meditate because I haven't tried. I tried once or so because when I was running the school, the teacher who used to teach yoga tried, but then I said like, no, I can't. My mind works too fast. It goes to places where I'm not supposed to go, relax, but then I cannot. But now, after retirement, I have reached a stage of like, no, nothing worries me. I want to go out. If I cannot go out, it's fine with me. But if I have to go, if I decide, I do it my way and myself. Okay? Now, serenity comes from different places. For me, I can only talk about myself. Or my children, when they talk to me, I get a lot of peace. My husband has become very quiet. He used to yap all the time. Now he has become friendly with his computer. He writes and writes and writes. So that's where he has found his serenity or whatever you call that. But for me, driving through open roads, open roads or standing in front of aquariums, I love aquariums. I have visited most of the aquariums in Japan. Even in India, I have visited quite a few aquariums. Especially in 2023, when I was in India, we did some traveling around Wayanad, Kerala, some places, and Nilgiri, some places. There were some fisheries aquariums we visited. It was pretty okay. Now, I like to listen to the rhythm of water. That's why I like mountains and rivers, and the water flowing sound gives me a lot of calmness to my mind. I can be very quiet. My mind is not bustling around all the time, and that's something I realized. Or listening to music. For me, music gives me a lot of calmness in my mind. I play music not soft music. My second son listens to classical music or very soft music. That is for some time for me. But for me, it is the loud noise and driving around. Even while I drive, I drive. Not now, even back in India. When I was single, I used to listen to music. My car had a very good stereo system. And I used to listen to music. You remember the cassettes? So that's what. Now probably the new generation may not know what a cassette is. Okay, but I used to use a cassette and listen to music and dance around. That calms me. I don't know whether calmness means only silence. I don't think so. For me, too much of silence is too much of pain. Okay, I need some noise. So even when I'm alone in my room, when I'm playing games in my iPad, I want a background. What is my background? TV. I switch on the TV, it's on, blabbering something. That's a noise I want, and then I quietly play games. That gives me calmness. So you have to find out what gives you calmness. Right now for me, this arts and craft gives me lots of calmness. I just sit and paint. I figure out what I want to do. I try a lot of new things. It is not one kind of painting I do. I try different kinds of painting, different kinds of paints I use. So it's a different arts and craft, and I combine a lot of things to make one craft. I use stones, I use bottles. So like that gives me calmness. My mind reaches a stage where I'm very quiet and I'm in a different place, different spectrum. I can just softly just go lie down in bed and relax and sleep peacefully. That is what I have achieved. So it is not one place where when you were young you did that, so the same thing. No, it can change. It changes by your age or by your experience or whatever it is. You find your place. What gives you that calmness? For me, I have figured out. Now I know what I want, what kind of music I want to listen to, what time I want to listen to. So that gives me calmness. And craft, art. Sometimes when I come down to my studio to do something, I just do things. I don't know what I'm doing, but finally it comes out pretty good. So now let me show you what I have done in my recent time, last one month or 2 months. So now I tried my 3D business. Rani I had written. Okay. So like this 3D Rani I have done, and a lot of other things. My wedding anniversary came, 38th wedding anniversary. I imagine my husband giving me this bouquet of flowers. That's his hand. Okay. So this kind of bouquet as if he's giving me. So, and then now I've started doing etching in bottles. If you can see properly, I've done etching. Okay. Can you see the etching? Yeah, I do etching. I tried and not bad for the first time. This also I etched and painted. Now, like this also I etched and painted. I just run the etching tool the way I wanted it and paint it to figure out what comes out well, what color goes well. Now, I will do, this is my first Serenity I painted, I think last year, November. I have written it. Last year, November, I wrote this. I did this Serenity. Can you see that? It's written Serenity. Now, this is under a tree, 2 people sitting and reading a book. So here I have combined my acrylic painting and stuck some flowers and actual things, twigs and real stones, painted on stones, and I put it. So like this I try to combine different medium. It is not one medium, I use different medium. Now, then for me, a thing comes in. Can you see inside? I did decoupaging inside, reverse decoupaging. Okay, it's my house. See, close the doors, window, open the window, and then you can see what I've stuck. Okay, so I try different things, and I told you I get, okay, I dropped it, but that's okay. I used this, I told you aquarium, okay. See this? I like jellyfish and corals. I think I like jellyfish number one, and corals, and all the other fish, and the sound of water. Okay, so that's what I represented in this craft. Next, my favorite Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji, morning, every morning I wake up, I open my window, that's the first thing I do. Open my window to see whether I can see Mount Fuji that day. Sometimes if it's cloudy, you don't see it. So I see it. But whenever I get to see clear view, whenever I get a clear view of Mount Fuji, I am very satisfied. I said that's going to be a good day. Don't ask me why. That is what I think. Okay. Now then next, I tried decoupaging with a piece of Japanese material. Okay. You can put flowers in this, but I haven't put flowers. I have flowers, but I haven't done it. So like this, you can do a lot of things on your own and figure out what is it that gives you happiness. I mean, content in your life. Sometimes your heart throbs. No, allow it to cool down. Cool down. Relax. Learn to relax. And then you might get serenity in unexpected places too. Unexpected activity when you do, you get very happy, very fulfilled. Like for example, for me, playing games with my kids. Even now we used to play Monopoly. And Monopoly or any game, snakes and ladders we play. And it gives me absolute content in my life. That's all I look forward to now. So like that, you can find serenity in the most unexpected places too. For me, I say craft, listening to music. For people, sometimes listening to music means soft music, softly, that gives you calmness. Now, for me, soft music puts me to sleep. But for me to attain that contentment and fulfillment, I sometimes listen to music and jive, dance around. That's my exercise these days. Lie down and raise my legs and do all those things. That's my exercise now. But those are the things that give my body to relax, makes my body relax and my mind to relax and to attain that stage of peacefulness. So as I told you, a lot of things you can do. Now one more thing I'll show you what I made. See, this is, I used to like camping, but over the ages my children grew up, and then see, I always wanted to have a house like this. It's a small thing here, surrounded by mountains and trees, Don't you think you would like to live like this, peacefully, not with bustling sounds of cars and trucks and all kinds of noises? Dogs barking, that's in India, not here. Okay, dogs barking or running around, bikes noise. Here you don't get anything. You don't get noise. But still you want to be somewhere where there is absolutely quiet sometimes. But now of late it is getting to be difficult for me to reach that stage. And then I tried this time. Some kind of painting and foiling. I use some gold foils to stick it up. See that? try something different. It's not the same thing that gives you happiness. It is different kinds of things that you do. And then I made this. Can you make out? I did this for our 38th anniversary, I can say. This is my space. When I'm with my loved one and when I'm happy, under the moon, near the rivers and water, I am absolutely happy. Can you see a man and a woman in this? Hope you can see it. A lady with a skirt and the man just bent and, So these are some of the things. Like I told you, I tried to use different kinds of media. See, I've used rocks, shells, and some flowers, and some trees, and some shield. So, lot of things you can use. Just look around. Go around in your house. You will find plenty of things that you can use in your craft. Excuse me for a minute. That's my banana drink made by my husband. Now, I made this with a bottle. I drink a lot of juices and water and whatnot. So in that one, I made this like a handle. Is for champagne or any kind of wine. When you want calmness, some people like to pour the champagne or wine and have a sip and just lie down near the beach or near the river and read a book. That gives them calmness. Okay? So I want to encourage all of you to figure out what gives you calmness, what gives you that peace of mind, what takes you to the place of serenity. I reached my stage. So when does it give? You can call it anything you want, but I call it peace of life. And I did this drawing also. Please. I did some stenciling with paste and then this time I've done only little bit of stone painting. It is just I put the paste what I made, and then I tried doing some drawing on the stone with different kinds of material, okay, and try to figure out whether it fits in. And then I made this. I moved into glass. This is glass. On glass I made some trees and flowers. Okay. I like flowers. I never knew that all this time. Now when I look back, last few years, I love flowers. I like to go see flowers. You remember, okay, you can, like people who have seen my Facebook or Instagram would have seen my date with my firstborn to see sunflower. So like that, I go to gardens to see flowers. But unfortunately nowadays, I don't have the strength or courage to drive alone. So my outing has come down drastically. But I would do it. I will do it one of these days. I want to drive through some places to see some flowers. Now, what else do I have to show? This is on a plastic sheet. See this plastic sheet? And I tried painting on that. It's like underwater, You have all kinds of things, colorful. Underwater is really, really colorful, Only when you go under, you know how colorful it could be. So now, as I told you, what gave us peace when we were young, may not be the same when we grow old. Most of the people whom I know have taken after religion. They go into religious beliefs and religious activities to keep them calm or keep them in place. Okay, that faith. So when I think about it, I said that when you get old, you become suddenly religious. I think the fear of death. If you don't find God, you will go to hell. That fear is in your mind. That fear drives you to, okay, let me go to church now, let me go to temples now, let me do all these pujas now, so that I will be, I won't go to hell. But have anybody seen hell? Have anybody seen heaven? Have anybody seen anything that is going to happen to us after we die? Absolutely no. Nobody knows. It's all some people's guessing, some people's talk, or if they can talk very well, you tend to believe. Okay? The books like Bible or Bhagavad Gita or anything, it is all about belief. If you believe in that, yes. If you don't believe, some people who don't believe all these years suddenly believe because they find serenity in that, maybe. I don't know, I'm just telling, because for me, I try to think. I like to listen to different people's opinion, not the same person or not the same group of people. Because then you will get only one way of conversation. You will get only one idea, one perspective. I feel that's not right. You listen to people. Like for example, you don't listen to one kind of TV media and then say, oh, they are all like that. No, listen to all kinds of media talking about the same topic. Then you figure out what is it you believe, or what do you think they are trying to tell you. Because you can twist, even this video or anything can be twisted and converted into different topic. It can be totally, the message can be totally in the opposite, lead to opposite direction. Why do you allow that to happen to you? You have your own mind. You find a peace of mind within yourself, attain that peace, and you reach that stage, serenity. I made a small house. People told me, if you want peace, when I was extremely busy, I was not able to sleep, I was constantly thinking. They said, you go to a place, shut yourself up, and then you will be better. No, I can't. But so for them, whoever told me, I made this house and made this person's face. I purposely cut it out. If you can see it, a woman's face. Okay, I didn't put a full hole in that. Halo around her thing, I made some holes here and there. Said, because you're still not complete. You're still not a complete person till you find yourself. Okay, so that's why I chopped it off. And if you get a whole circle around you, that means you've reached your serenity. Okay, so it's up to you to imagine, and it's up to you to think what is it you want. How do you want to attain that? Because without that peace of mind, one cannot live for too long. When you are young, maybe you are busy with your work, you are busy with this, busy with that. There is no time for you to, you get tired and sleep. Now you don't get tired and sleep. You are relaxing and sleeping. Okay? You are relaxed, well relaxed. Okay, you have attained everything, you have done everything. But still, I haven't done anything. I still have so many plans in my mind, so many things I want to do. Can I do all of them? Nothing is impossible. I will do it. Okay? So you can expect my thoughts and my process of attaining that peace. And it's, as I always say, nothing is impossible. One will have a lot of dreams. I still have dreams. I still have to do a lot of things. I still have bucket list, whole long list of things to do in my bucket list. I will try to do it as much as I can. As much as I can, I would say. So instead of wasting our time on, should have done that, I could have done that, I would have done this way. No, I think should have, could have, would have, and all those things are talked about by people who don't have a direction. If you have a direction, go ahead. If you think that after some time, if the direction is not right, are you allowed to change? Yes. It's your life. You do what you want. Nothing is impossible. You can do what you want. So that is how you do and get your calmness in mind and serenity. So even in the noisy world, we each have have the power of serenity, power to find serenity. You find your way. You find your way. That is what I want you all to try and do it. Nothing is impossible. Enjoy this video. Please, I want you all to like my video and share the video with your friends and family and subscribe it. A lot of people sometimes watch it, but they don't subscribe. But I don't get anything by you subscribing. No. But I get content. Okay, you are subscribed. You are asking your friends to subscribe because that it makes sense what I am talking. If you think, please do subscribe. I would enjoy if I see more people subscribing to my video. And read my description I write in each of this video. Some people I know didn't even know that I do that. There is something known as description. So I'm trying to tell, please press this, press that. You have the description. I've written 2-3 paragraphs on the same topic. So please do that. Help people to read and understand. Irrespective of the age, one can attain the peace, attain the calmness of mind. That's all, we all need it. So nothing is impossible. Bye. Let me see you in my next video. This is my 12th. Soon I will have another one on some other topic. If you want me to do some specific topic, I've always said, please write to me. Either in comments in YouTube, or if you have any other way of communicating with me, do it. I will try to do it. Okay, how I overcome that problem, or how I moved into the crafting and painting. Okay, so nothing is impossible. See you. Bye bye.